there, but also it's not showing, my stats are showing as offline. So now I need to go check. Nope, oop, there it is. They were just weirdly late because they're usually up by then. Also, if my voice sounds a little bit off, it may be because I spent entirely too long learning all the lyrics to You Can't Fight the Homestuck. So I'm going to wait for people to arrive, and then it's time to befriend some trolls. Some habits. Interesting. Very interesting, because I did see the warnings, and Equius has self-harm. I don't like that. I don't like this. I don't trust like this. A fair try. Hi. It is. Hey, yeah, look at this though. Look at this warning on Equius's route. I don't like it. Self-harm, you say? And then there's accidental death on Terezi's. Please, dear God, tell me it doesn't involve our ass. Exactly. Self what? God, this is the most. This is the only way I could think to incorporate. I should have honestly. I should have some type of clip, and that would keep this. There's nothing funny about that sentence, but the way it's phrased, something about it is giving me very strong, like, you know, like the JKR type of representation vibes, just based on the way you just said that. And like, I'm imagining J.K. Rowling tweeted that Equius from Homestuck is depressed. Also, if you look at the credits, this is the name. This is the name of Terezi's theme. And if you like do this, it takes you, it turns into another code, and you have to do some more decoding and more decoding, and apparently what it leads to is just no, I'm not, listen, because what it leads to is one sentence. It's not even in Terezi's quirk, so it's like, it's one sentence and it just says, haha, you really looked this up. No. Let's blame the appropriate person. James Roach. Thanks, James Roach. Also, real quick, wait. I'm contacting through time and space. Charisse, are you here? Are you with us? Because legally I can't start until you're here. It's just gonna keep falling, but it's not allowed to. I tried to type in TZ, like, you know, like Terezi. I typed in TZ and it autocorrected to Taz. So oh. Okay, we're starting. All right. Begin the friendship process. Well, let's go. seems very loud to me. Very true. Also, I changed my mic levels, so let me know if like my voice is too quiet compared to the music now. It's a clear, cool night and you're wandering around. This was... Hi! It's for Homestuck. I told you I couldn't miss this. Also, this was... I'm just now sensing the problem with what I did. I spent entirely too long earlier learning all the lyrics to You Can't Fight the Homestuck, and there's a lot of lyrics there. And my voice was like almost gone by the end of it. And I'm like, oh, this is fine, this is fine. And then I just remembered that this whole game is me talking. So rip my vocal cords. Fair. It's a clear, cool night and you're wandering around trying to decide whose hive you should crash at before the sun comes up. It's nice having so many options for places to stay. You've cultivated... What word was I about to say? You've cultivated a decent community for yourself, and there's an ember of pride in your belly about it. Still... Also, I just saw what you said, Mercy. Fair as well. That's the funniest concept ever. Imagine, like, I just forced some... Because obviously, if I got a guest reader, I would make sure they weren't a Homestuck. Just force somebody to read Homestuck. Let's read Homestuck. Still, you find yourself feeling a little aimless. The last couple friends you made were pretty intense. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, first of all, the last couple friends we made were pretty intense. I mean, I guess there was Gamzee, but I'm just gonna say, like, I'm just thinking about all the injuries we got in Friend Sim. Like, MSPA reader, count your blessings. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but you're vibing at a chillier frequency right now. There's still a while until it gets dangerously light out, so you sort of pop around seeing what feels right. Yeah, but like Vriska didn't kill us. Well, wait, yes she did. Yeah. But like, also true. But like, what I'm saying is, I'm thinking of like all the blood, my blood, not other trolls' blood. There has been some of that thanks to Gamzee. But like, I'm thinking of like all the blood. I'm thinking about my poor abused ribs. That's a bad thought. That's a bad thought. I'm thinking about like, what else? There's so much that happened to us in Pesterquest. Like, low-key, I think what happened with Vriska was not that, even the death part was not that bad compared to some of the stuff in Friend Sim. We didn't even have to do the drugs. All we had to do was not tell Gamzee not to do the drugs. It's kind of fun to test out the boundaries of your powers. You're used to it. You've used it to find friends, but you're really not sure how far it goes. You think tree, and you don't know how your magic brain decided which one to choose, but fuck it if you aren't sitting on an extremely high branch a second later. You try it again with whatever concept comes to mind. Garden. Cave. This is just to make my heart hurt specifically, huh? And mall. And it all works. You don't remember ever having been to any of these specific places, but you feel a strange, prickly affinity for them each time your feet touch the ground. This mall was super abandoned, huh? Because, like... Oh, yeah, that's right. What am I thinking? For some reason, I don't know why, for a split second, my brain put the Friendsome trolls, like, ahead of the Homestuck trolls. Like, that makes sense at all. Those are all pretty generic locational nouns, though. You wonder if it works for things that are more abstract. Quickly, you think... Before you can... Oh, no, I know what's about to happen. Before you can talk yourself out of the naivete of it, you think, home. It still takes you a minute to open your eyes, even after you feel your guts all back in the right place. Because what if you wake up in a room that feels like yours? Or worse, and infinitely more likely, what if you don't? You breathe in and immediately coughed wretchedly. You open your watery eyes, clinging to the hope that maybe you come from a land of dusty comforts, where you always just breathe in layers of dust and it's fine. It's not fine. You've landed inside one of the spindliest, most precarious hunks of metal that has ever been bolted into the side of a cliff. It looks like some ancient outpost, not homey at all. Of course that wouldn't work. It was stupid to try. Defeat is bitter in your mouth. MSPA reader. There's a twisty part of you that wants to curl up on a particular piece of floor and take a nap. You can't work out how much of that urge is just you wanting to give in, so just in case, you don't surrender to it. Maybe you'll come back another time and sift through all this shit on the shelves, but for now, you're not sure how structurally sound this thing is, and you can't take any more disappointment. Honestly, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this whole place just collapsed. Like, it was old in Friendsome. So you try one more time to pop up somewhere you haven't been before. What was that one guy's name that Gamzee mentioned? Oh yeah, Equius. Maybe he's chill. You think his name and zap away, imagining yourself leaving an edgy, despondent swirl of dust in your wake. Well, that's an interesting... If one of the trolls had moved there, would have been really interesting, yeah. Your magical zap calibration maybe isn't as off as you thought, because you pop in on Equius as close as it is possible to get to the dude without landing directly on top of him. The astonishing unchillness of the situation is immediately apparent. He's mid-jump, mid-yell, mid-sweat, and mid-swing of an outlandishly beefy arm down toward you. Oh yeah, like, listen. I don't, like, for what I like Equius, but I completely understand why, people don't. Oh wait, I forgot to, hold on. He is very good. Equius is very good. Also, what are you gonna say? Also true. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about him, is how much he buys into the whole troll blood hierarchy. Let me tell y'all about my rare pair. So I somehow acquired the ship of Equius and Tavros, And Ty, my friend, named it Rodeo, and I think that's a very good name. Welcome to my rare pair. Anyway. Oh, yeah, he's about to punch me in the face, huh? I mean, I was literally just talking about how we haven't been getting that much bodily harm in this game, so I guess it's about time. What if you just died instantly? Cause like, think about it. Like, it's... You freeze frame like an anime protagonist analyzing their choices mid-battle. In your drawn-out split second of an observational window, you realize he's not aiming at you, but in the direction of whatever noisy, whirring thing you happen to plop down in front of. Fuck? Exactly. Oh! As soon as he sees you, his eyebrows shoot up above his busted-ass sunglasses and his yell strangles itself into panic. His arm shudders as though he's trying and failing to alter its glorious faceward trajectory. You really do not want to get your face punched off your head, so you scream and zap just outside the high arched door on the far end of the room. Hold on, I have to send my friend Link the very good video I made. You know the one that's making my, the reason my voice is gonna be gone by the end of this video. Yes, this is important. Anyway. You hear a deep, meaty thunk, followed by a groan, then a sharp metallic crunch. The whirring stops. Oh my god, is he dead? This one, nah, he's fine, because this route does not have the warning accidental death on it, unlike Terezi's. Is the other thing dead? Should you go check on him? You skitter away from the door and then back to it, unsure what to do. Was that? Oh yeah, I have to be Equius, huh? No, it can't have been. Twitch Sings is good, actually. Hello? Show yourself this instant. Ah, fuck. He does not sound happy. His words are a little garbled too, like some teeth just got knocked out by whoever's ass he was just kicking. You weigh your options. All right, let's do chicken out. I don't think that's gonna be the right one, but who knows? Who knows? I don't. Please let me save. Did I hit the wrong button? Oh, nope. There we go. Chicken out. You don't know. Equius looks super strong and even more pissed. You really, really do not want to be next in line to get disemboweled. We are all love this loser. If friendship with this guy is really meant to be, maybe you can reconnect with Gamzee as an intermediary. That sounds like a normal and cool time. I cannot believe we just said hanging out with Gamzee sounds like a normal and cool time. Panic grips you as his heavy footsteps approach the door. What if this was the right route? Forgetting you have super useful zap powers specifically for use in time-sensitive panic situations, you turn and run. You glance over your shoulder as you go and collide spectacularly with a brick wall. Oh, yes! His luces! How did I forget about Equius's luces? Looking up from the brightly polished floor where you lay, inexplicably doused in milk and broken glass, you realize it wasn't a wall you hit. It's a glistening, part pseudo-humanoid, part horse, cow, beast, person? Another godforsaken Lucis, maybe? You really aren't sure, but the fact that his top half kind of looks like a more, whoa. Oh, the fact that his top half kind of looks like a more dapper you fills you with the most cursed mixture of fear and curiosity you've felt thus far. I mean, hold on, let's look up, now you're making me want to look up his sprite. What the heck is this? It's a muscle piece. Don't like looking at it. I looked it up and I don't like looking at it. I don't have Chrome open on my computer right now because like I low-key have too many tabs open and I'm worried it'll slow everything down. So that's why I didn't look it up for everyone to see, but like, bad to look at. He doesn't seem bothered by you at all, only anxiously trying to get by you. You try to stand up, but you slip on the milk and eat shit just as Equius bursts through the door. These sprites are very good. They both tower over where you lay, flopping ineffectively in a burgeoning puddle of froth. God, is everyone in this house just made of muscle? You've had enough. We're right next to Vriska's house, aren't we? I just thought about that. They're actually neighbors, aren't they? Like, if we looked out the window, we would see Vriska's house. That's honestly, that's the mood at Equius' house. You've had enough of this regular strength escape attempt shit. Bruised, humiliated, and covered in dairy, you zap out of there. Oh. Alright, so I was correct, that was not the right one. Is it weird that, like, this is just low-key how I always pictured him? Shh, we're not gonna talk about it. This is just low-key how I always pictured him. Be brave. Oh no, oh man. You know the Gamzee's seal of approval is maybe not the most credible, but this guy might be an okay dude. And it would definitely be your fault if he was hurt in there. You should at least check on him, explain or something. You can zap away if it comes down to it. You do the polite thing this time and knock. He opens the door fast like he was just on the other side of it. You both jump. He collects himself and glares at you, arms crossed against his heaving chest. Rivulets of blood and sweat run together and pool in the divot above his weird alien clavicle, and a low, menacing sound rumbles through him. You can feel it in your teeth. Holy shit, he's terrifying. Explain yourself immediately. You think you might shit your pants on the spot, but he gives you a quick up and down and rearranges his expression into a sort of forced smile. It doesn't really feel any more welcoming, what with the blood dripping down his chin, but the fact that he's trying is maybe a good sign? You hold your fear, you hold in your fear shit just in case. Or perhaps come in and take a seat. Oh no. Why are you setting up a meme in my chat right now? He steps aside to beckon you through the door, then sort of freezes. Unless you should be the one instructing me, in which case it would behoove you to make that promptly apparent. Huh? 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 I mean... I forgot. Why would you remind me? Oh no. I cannot work out how exactly to address you when you don't wear a caste symbol and you look like that. Which I am either very sorry for or quite about, depending on where the truth lies. What? Look. Sometimes I hate troll quirks. What is this supposed to stand for? Cross! You right? Thank you. Are quite cross about, depending on where the truth lies. Either way, I am beginning to perspire about it. Yeah, I can tell. So, out with it right now. Man, he's really struggling. The anger you felt radiating off him before is still there, but that doesn't seem to be all of what's driving him. It's like there are two competing forces inside him, one that wants to yell at you and one that wants to get yelled at by you. Look. Look. Thank you, Mercy. Hey, wait, hold on. It's Pepsi Cola. This is literally one of it's one of the most popular Homestuck ships, guys. Pepsi Cola. Guys, it's hammer time. It's not, but now I'm shuddering at the fact that Pepsi Cola could also be a ship name for them. It's a John Dave reference. You might conceptualize these forces as fierce animals. There are two wolves that live inside you. Hold on. There are two wolves that live inside you. One that wants to yell at you and one that wants to get yelled at by you. You might conceptualize these forces as fierce animals, warring in a glorious and unwavering balance. Horses, perhaps? Anyway, you'll workshop that metaphor later. You tell him you know you look weird, but you promise you're cool. You know a friend of his. We know more than one friend of his. Like, do you... Hey, MSPA reader, have you connected that literally all your friends are all friends at this point? At the mention of Gamzee, the corner of his lip curls up into something complicated, so you change course real fast just in case. And Carcat! Does he know Carcat? What a guy! That face. He eyes you warily, or you think he probably does. With his eyes hidden behind his shades, you can't be sure, but he's being very still. Sweat and blood are still just fucking running down his face, and he's not even acknowledging it. You laugh nervously. You both continue to stand there, waiting for the other to make a move. It would be super helpful if someone was assertive around here. Oh. Luckily, some kind of Cal Sinchar man, his Lucis you assume, breaks the awkward doorway stalemate by silently trotting up and handing Equius a desperately needed towel. He then offers you both some frosty glasses of milk. Something deep inside you feels a swell of warm recognition for the ritualistic moment of a friend's parent bringing you snacks, so you down that thick shit in one go. Velusus's mustache flutters in appreciation, and after a nod between him and Equius, he leaves as quietly as he came. I see you're an aficionado of the sweetest of nectars. This speaks to the likelihood of your nobility, which is reassuring. I may be able to overlook the circumstances of our meeting then. We're gonna have to meet Eridan. I was just thinking about, look, how on earth do you like Eridan? I forgot what I was searching for. I was looking for some type of conversation, and I found like probably the only time. No, yeah, I was looking for this conversation actually. Like the one time. So how does this explain how this game makes me a weeb right now immediately? But also, no, this was the conversation I was looking for. Like, I'm pretty sure it's the one and only time Eridan ever talks to Rose, and he assumes that she's troll royalty because purple text, and then immediately hits on her. This is the one conversation they ever had, I'm so sure, and he immediately hits on her. How on earth do you like Eridan? Nobody will mention zebra. Nobody will mention zebra. Nobody will mention zebra. If you can provide strong evidence, of course. You what? I don't know what's funnier. If you type that message out before I chanted nobody will mention zebra, or after. Anyway, these sprays are very good, guys. Tell me, are you also a Hoofbeast art enthusiast? He beckons you inside the room, and as you follow, you tell him you're not really sure what that means, but probably you're a fan of a lot of... Oh. Big mood! Half of that sentence is correct, is good. Eridan is your sweet, sweet boy. Haha, wow, okay, so that's what that means. Cool. Yeah, you know, whatever. You feel like you've learned once that anything can be art if it feels right. So art can definitely be the well-muscled horsemen on the walls of this here living space. Equius rumbles in agreement and gestures toward a chair. It's one of those cool red and black gamer-themed chairs with embedded speakers. There's a lot of that kind of decorating motif in here, which is a little at odds with the high ceilings and engraved doorways and general blue blood, old money architecture. I don't want these. I am this close to just saying, all right, guys, stream's over. Correct. Why dare how dare you make me think of these cursed things while I'm trying to enjoy Equius's route? Oh yeah, haha, and there are broken bones and robot parts all over the goddamn fucking place. Not in neat little stacks or connected to other robot parts to create whole robots. Just an absolute wasteland of obliterated robo corpses, like they all were torn limb from limb and then just scooted off toward the wall. Bad words. Bad words. Bad words. Not good words. Very bad words. Here's the thing. Briska was going to go try and stop Jack, right? Aridin was like, actually guys, let's just join him. Like, whoa. A fair few of them are splattered in blood too. Dried, it looks almost black, but the fresh stuff on the fist of one of the pieces at your feet is bright indigo. Homestuck, what did you just tweet? Twitter, you will cooperate with me. I guess Terezi's achievement is broken and is not gonna say I've befriended her because they tweeted that maybe the achievement isn't broken and Terezi just still doesn't want to be your friend. Wait a minute. Hold on. Are you saying? Are you telling me that actually Dirk is responsible for everything Aridin ever did wrong? Correct. But like, here's the thing. I'm so sure Dirk and Aridin never interacted once. And so like, the idea that is also the mood whenever I see that someone's a prince though. So you right. On the one hand, it is absolutely a relief to see that it is all metal and not flesh body parts scattering the floor, but also it's still, you know, not fucked up looking. Your smile probably has too many teeth in it to seem normal, but Equius returns it in kind and leans what he probably thinks is casually against the edge of his desk. It creaks under his weight. Jesus, he could just end you. Yeah, he could just end you in half a second, couldn't he? Calling Hal glasses Dirk is the funniest thing ever, actually. But here's the thing. Equius is like the best character in Homestuck, actually. And then unfortunately they got mixed with some more people. But like for that split second that Equius was a thing, that was great actually. These are good sprites. You claim we have mutual acquaintances, so demonstrate it. He nods toward the screen of his desktop where he has Trollian open. Oh fuck, okay. You guess you can just click on someone and ask them to prove it? Do we actually know anybody's chum handle? I mean, are they? They're not called chum. Are they still called chum handles on Trollian? Every day, I suffer more and more. I was born with glass bones and paper skin. You'll allow it! Thank you for your apology. It has been noted. He seems to know both Karkat and Gamzee, and between the two, you know who's most likely to be online and ready to pester and be pestered at all times, so you click his screen name and start typing. Hey Karkat, I hope you're having a good day. I just had a quick favor to ask you. Wait, what? Oh, also I miss you. What the fuck? What happened to you? Where's your horrifying— oh god. Karkat's not gonna shut up. Where's your horrifying quirk? How am I supposed to settle up for some truly nauseating conversation if I don't have a non-veiled at all bulge reference greeting me at the beginning of every one of your excruciating messages? Are you sick? Like in a new way? Oh right, Jesus, you're logged in as Equius. Your fool ass just started typing like you had your own account for some reason. You blame it on the nerves and get to clarifying. Oh haha, sorry, this is your new friend. After I dropped you off yesterday, I wandered around for a while and now I'm hanging out with Equius. I'm using his computer. Oh! So what are the two layers? My pusher almost fucking gave up on the spot. I don't think he trusts me. Can you vouch for me? Hold on, let me just bask in the concept of the two of you hanging out. This is a mental masterpiece. Yo, why did we contact Karkat? He's not gonna shut up. Those are two very valid things to bring up. What would Karkat and Equius' conversations even be like? This is a mental masterpiece, a tableau of awkward fucking splendor. I legitimately do not even know what sort of short-circuiting must be happening in his brain to try and make sense of you. Please don't tell me a single fucking thing about it later. Okay, I'm done now. Is he watching? Equius leans over your shoulder and tucks his hair behind his ears so it doesn't get in the way of his typing. It's a bow and arrow. Any resemblance otherwise is only a pleasant coincidence. And yes, I am watching. Okay, whatever. Listen up, you milk-logged chum sculpture. This little guy right here, the one you're probably dripping sweat all over, that's one of the realest friends you will ever hope to make. Sure, they'll send your life careening horrendously off course, but it will absolutely be worth it for the level of dedication they bring to the table. Don't even bother with the blood color horseshit with this one, since they're the only one of their species. Just roll with it for once in your wretched life. Don't fuck this one up, Zahak. They're an abomination and they wouldn't know what a boundary was if it took up a residence in their Garish shoot. But you two have those things in common, so in that case, that's a good thing. Karkat is like actually the nicest character in Homestuck. Equius inhales sharply, and you wonder what Karkat meant by that. About Equius, you mean? Sure, you're an inexplicable being, neither Earthling nor Alternian, but with weird, itchy memories about having lived on both planets. But he doesn't seem out of the normal range of fucked up, considering troll standards. I'm so sure. Watch. MSPA reader. It's from. I guess Homestuck 2 spoilers, but also like. There's not much has happened in Homestuck 2 yet, so really, end of the epilogue spoilers. MSPA reader is from Homestuck 2! Is from whatever planet, Dirk is going to right now. Like, that's where MSPA reader is from, is what I'm thinking. But he doesn't seem out of the normal range of fucked up, considering troll standards. In fact, how about this? That is sufficient. Goodbye. Karkat was not about to shut up ever. Yeah, like, that was a good call actually, if we didn't want this to become Karkat's route too. Which is literally, like, that's exactly what happened on Karkat's route when we showed up at Dave's house, and then it became Dave's route too for a hot second, when we literally narratively went somewhere to be alone so that it would just be me and Karkat talking, and then Dave was like, nah, actually, I'm still here, what's up? He minimizes the window and steps back, somehow sweatier than he was before. He taps the towel gingerly to his forehead. So, we have now been properly introduced. Okay then, you definitely thought he was going to be more thorough than that. He does seem a little shaken up, so maybe you should just be thankful the conversation got cut short before he could really dig too deep into your lore and get judgmental about it. I do not know the standard method of communication with your species. He looks so nervous. You will take the lead here, and it will surely become clear how I should proceed. Yes, that sounds extremely feasible. You will now begin the friendship process. I command it. Oh, sure, you got this. How exactly do you got this? So we're both freaks, huh? There's like a concept here that my brain is trying to say, but also I definitely ain't get. Oh, what's your galaxy brain? Let me have it. Let me have it. No, we already did this route. I can overwrite that. Uh-huh. That really is a galaxy brain take! Whoa, bro, the thing that's most galaxy brain about it is imagine if Equius has been a mutant this whole time. And it's revealed in, what is this, the like third spin-off video game after the comic itself is technically over. Imagine if they were just like, oh, by the way, even if that doesn't happen, that's a good concept and I low-key want a fanfiction about it. So I'm gonna do this. So we're both freaks, huh? 'Cause I'm so sure that cannot be the right answer. That cannot be the right answer. This cannot be the right answer, right? You decide to just go for it. Sometimes leaping into what could potentially be a super sensitive topic for someone ends up being the key ingredient in a friendship pie. You can see it now. Equius crying, thankful you are here to talk about whatever this unspeakable commonality you share is. You wiping his tears with his already pretty soaked towel. Stop reminding me about Equius. Stop it. Stop reminding me about Equius. You shake yourself off your daydream and drop this sweet loaded question right in his lap. Holy shit, you can't wait till this works. Time to die. Time to die. Time to get murdered. The reason this isn't tagged accidental death, because there's gonna be nothing accidental about this. This is gonna be 100% on purpose. I'm bad in time. Excuse you? Speak for yourself. My standing is unblemished. Karkat is only comparing us in that way to further the ruse that he is removed from that particular category. It is a delicate social dance. Oh, okay. You're not really sure Karkat sees it that way, but hey, whatever works for them. Anyway, you know that he was just yelling a lot about something that's not a big deal, as is his manner of showing affection. But you just thought that meant like the horn. You just thought he meant like the horn thing. The horn thing? Oh shit, you're sorry. You don't know what the things are. You don't know what things are and aren't cullable around here, you know? It's almost like it's all entirely arbitrary at the whims of whoever's in charge or something. You like the look personally, but you haven't made friends with someone with a broken one before, so you're not sure how common it is. It is relatively uncommon. These are very good sprites. They are exceptionally sturdy, so it takes something very strong to break them. He looks like he might be about to tell you the story. I hate them. But somehow you keep not learning the lesson where you should just chill and experience something instead of leap to try and figure it out before it happens. So fueled by enthusiasm for your newest spur-of-the-moment decision, you stop listening to his lecture on troll biology and focus instead on zapping to the moment his horn broke! This is the wisest thing we've ever done. MSPA reader is the smartest being in existence. Troll biology is probably super uninteresting anyway, and you'll come right back here after and be able to contribute more to the conversation. You pop into a familiar nothingness, but instead of appearing at a point in Equius's past, you feel yourself split. It's like looking at a magic eye puzzle, but with your whole body. You try to concentrate to align the segments into a whole, but it's too late. You think for a second it might be a cool new power, but it doesn't feel that different than before, only just triple. It's like there's narrative precedent for this moment existing in more than one plane of truth. Unable to do anything else but sit there in space, contemplating this paradox, you watch. Big mood. He looks a little younger, but not much. He's beating the shit out of a robot, but it's not the same as it was when you saw it before, however briefly. Then his movements have been smooth even for their even in their rage. Like he wasn't afraid until you showed up. Here in this weird half-present space, his movements are erratic. He swings wildly, unthinkingly, like there's nothing left inside of him but one last flicker of fury. His teeth are gritted against tears, and he just looks so tired. You want to pull him back to make him rest. You see him reach the same conclusion, but not at all how you meant it. He just stops. The robot does not. You feel him close his eyes. Oh, baby. At the same moment, you see another snapshot of time much further back. I mean, yeah, it'd be like that. Yeah. But also, can we talk about this very cute baby Equius, right? But like, I guess. There's a little grub wobbling its way up a stalagmite in a cave. It's definitely a precarious place, but it still somehow feels safe to you for some reason. Safe, but also like super violent. Who knows? There is a lot going on right now. Oh yes, the baby is looking very good. He crawls to the top and roars a baby clicking roar, eyeing a taller cave precipice. See his little behind wiggle as he moves to jump. Oh. Over top that, there is another Equius, looking about the same as he does now, just plus one horn, out for a stroll in the moonlight. This one is about to cross the street when a majestic herd of hoofbeats crests a faraway hill. He stops, transfixed, as the animals gallop across the plain. He does not hear the approaching scuttle buggy. You watch all of this from your floating void standpoint. Wait. Are these like 3 different ways he could have lost his horn? Unable to stop it. The arcs of their falls align in cosmic synchrony. How on earth did I just pronounce synchrony? Hair fanned out like a banner of defeat. The echo of the crack the horns make as they shatter reverberates in your teeth. You yell as all 3 Equiuses hit their respective grounds. You can't help it. You've started to care about this guy a little bit. As the sound leaves you, all 3 of them turn their injured heads to look at you in unison and you freeze. Shit, that's probably not supposed to happen, right? You were just watching, not changing anything. You barely know what you're doing though, so you can never be sure. You zap immediately back to the present, winded and dizzy. You feel deeply, suddenly corporeal, like you do when you step off a boat onto the shore, but with each atom of your body, separately, and all at once. Equius is standing exactly where he was when you left, totally unchanged, still yammering about anatomy. Whew, good to know nothing got fucked up in the future after you... Wait, you were there. He pauses, shaking his head to clear it as his memories realign. I don't know how I didn't remember. I accepted your offer of friendship and you repay me with this tomfoolery. You knew how it happened all this time, and yet you played ignorant, jockeying for a position as someone in my trust, only to play me for a fool. No, see, you didn't before. It wasn't until after you went back that this became the way things went. See, the way time travel works is... Do not explain time travel to me. What do you take me for? You're still reeling a bit from seeing him so vulnerable. By varying definitions of vulnerable, you guess, but still. You know you got this information from an unfair source, but now that you have it, you don't feel right just leaving. There's more to Equius than you'd originally thought, and you can feel the chance to learn more about him slipping away. I don't know what it is you want from me, but you will not receive it. Whatever connection you feel to him in this moment, he clearly does not return it. And ah shit, he's starting to get pissed. Sweat begins to beat at his temple. Your brain, scrambling to grasp a hold of any thought that isn't your abject friendship failure, latches onto the realization that, sweat and all, his hair somehow still looks really good. Would now be a good time to ask him about what products he... I don't think this alliance is going to work out. You will leave. I must get back to my business. Your heart sinks as he turns his back to you, presses a button on the back of a robot's neck, and rolls his shoulders. Goodbye. Well. I mean, I was correct that that was not the right route, but that went on for way longer than I thought it was. I thought we were just going to get punched to death. I thought we were going to get One Punch Man. I think, honestly, I think he's too confused. I think he's too confused about what on earth is happening and what on earth we are. Alright, let's show off my cool powers. Great, you can do that. Making friendship happen is like the one skill you actually have. From what you recall, you have a 100% success rate at it too, so this budding rapport is safe in your hands. Excellent. Whew, you really weren't sure he'd be down for this. It really seemed like he might be coming to kill you when you heard him stomping toward the door earlier. Kill you? I would never. Once again, MSPA reader just be saying everything they think, huh? He cuts himself off as though he didn't intend to admit he didn't have it in him to murder you, and clears his throat. At first I thought you might be Authorer, my Lucis. It's ridiculous, looking back, though you do share a sort of globular-plated resemblance. How did you come to entangle yourself in my brawl, only to immediately escape? Are you abnormally fast? I admit that particular method of being strong had not occurred to me, but I am intrigued. I will answer your question later. It's going to be some form of no, but I need to think of the words to use because Therese just messaged me about this awful message from earlier in the chat about me and Zebra. It holds no truth, nor relevance, nor especially no essentiality. So, false. Why are you Kanaya now? I, too, like to test the limits of physical capability. Oh no, you can just zap places. It's kind of strength, maybe, if you want to define a superpower that way. Please stop shipping me with bad Homestuck characters. You show off a bit since you know Equius likes demonstrations. You tell him about how all you have to do is think of the place or person you want to visit and pop. You bop to the top of a pile of robot parts, then back in front of him on the floor. It's like that, except anywhere. I see. I said bad Homestuck characters. That is exceptional. Are you good, homie? He sort of just starts quaking gently where he stands. He rubs his neck with his towel, but he's not really even sweating any more than he had been already. It's as though in his excitement, he forgot to sweat and just dabbed by force of habit? Is that a thing? Why are you even noticing this shit? Is it possible to bring along a pylon rider? Look at him! What, like zap a buddy with you? In answer, you extend an elbow for him to grab. His whole body is vibrating by this point. He reaches his hand out but stops just before he touches you, like you might shock him. It's okay, it won't hurt, you say. His fingers twitch just above your elbow and his mouth purses in distrust. You're not sure exactly what he's worried about since you're extremely undangerous, but you let him have a moment to work through whatever he's nervous about. Puisano. He takes a steadying breath. It's a little unsettling to see his face relax, even briefly, into soft, calm lines. Flipped palm up, his hand slowly cradles your forearm from below. He nods, a sharp, determined movement, and starts telling you what to do again. You will take me with you. Yeah, that's what I thought! Yeah! Her name is Nepeta. Do you require any other information or will that be sufficient? Yeah! That ought to do it. You haven't heard of her, you don't think, but you feel an immediate surge of excitement about this little jaunt. It's probably mostly just the friendship there's talking, but you can't help but feel like this is a connection that is supposed to be made. Like it's something that matters. Yeah, like, see... Oh, yeah. I was just thinking about the Nepeta thing. Yeah, we show up at Nepeta's house, but like it'll be a cutesy roleplay. I'm kind of expecting that for Nepeta's route. Honestly, there's some route where she just straight up like claws you to death, but like, like, you know how she roleplays. You zap away. I was just wondering about this. We can't go places until we've met the person, can we? No, we went to Gamzee's house though before we met Gamzee, so that can't be it. But we didn't actually see Gamzee. You're right. But I mean, like, but here's the thing. I'm talking about some type of meta bullshit way. Like, we're supposed to go here. Like, it's the next, like, he's in the game. What I'm saying is Nepeta's not in the game yet, so we can't see her. The pleasant little cosmic slip and slide feeling, like coded into the game. You know what I mean? When you zap around disjolted, like you got yanked off the ride with a fish hook to your guts. You land back exactly where you started. That did not work. Did you mislead me? No, this should work. You're not even high this time. As impressive as the strength of your power is, perhaps you need to apply more attention to the more intricate details involved. She is an olive blood, very short and shamefully unkempt. This information will help. You hope so. He is starting to look pretty tense, even with the fond glit in his voice as he talks about his messy friend. You give it another whirl, and then you feel it, that same weighty glare on the back of your neck telling you you don't belong. Game, stop T-posing at me. I'm very certain Nepeta doesn't know what a bath is. Yeah, Dirk, can you stop T-posing at me? Fuck, you got zap blocked again. You will try again. One here. Each word is ground out one at a time between his clenched teeth. Blood trickles. Oh yeah, he's still just like bleeding, huh? Blood trickles through the cracks in his bite and out the corner of his lips. You really don't think this is going to work, but Equius looks like he's a second away from losing his shit, so reluctantly, you comply. Stop T-posing at me! Yeah, I'm right. It's because Nepeta's not in the game yet. She's not coded into the game yet. Quit fucking trying to skip ahead. It's not going to work. That's a good question. I mean, that's exactly what's happening. Plot twist is not Dirk T-posing, it's Andrew Hussey. As you hurtle through space-time towards Equius' floor, you start to wonder if this is just going to be what happens now when you try and make friends. You accept this truth into your heart and as your face accepts the impending wood planks. Equius lands on his feet a little ways away from you, his hands balled into fists, bellowing with impotent rage. He's not even saying words, just unleashing an agonized guttural wail. It's fine. He punches an already dead robot torso leaning against a bookshelf. In punctuation, he kicks its decapitated head, which explodes in a shower of bolts and sparks as the dust clears. You see him dutifully wiping himself down with a towel, breathing hard. He seems to have worked his anger out because he walks with purposeful grace as though he learned it in cotillion, and sits next to where you're still sort of laying on the floor. You are both silent for a beat. Equius tugs at a lock of his hair, anxiously wrapping it around his finger. His hands fall into his lap. I apologize for that display. The disappointment emotion is not my favorite. I feel better now, however. My Moira lives very far away, so our paths have never been able to cross. Whatever force is blocking us seems to wield significant narrative power. Oh, we just talking about narrative power now, Equius? Okay. So I will respect its whims above mine in status. For now. Ha, you know, it happens. You're no stranger to the ups and downs of friendship. The trick is to know when to keep trying and when to fall back, no matter how futile it feels or how alone you are. Your morale is impressive considering your circumstances. It's because of whatever friendship juice we are on. I'm not looking forward for the second this game is over and MSPA Reader becomes like a normal person again and has normal emotions about everyone. Cause like if they were pissed before at the end of Friendsome, this is gonna be whoo. That's probably mostly a compliment. You're not really sure. Your circumstances definitely feel like they could be worse. You are very sure of yourself. How do you manage this when you are the only one of your kind? Without a society to tell you how to act or feel, how do you know if you are living the correct way? 2. How do you know where you belong? Or if you belong? Fucking ouch. The desire to belong is a yawning wound in your guts, one that never seems to heal. You try not to let this rip too many stitches out of it. You never feel totally secure, you say. There's always fear, always doubt, always pain, but you find people in unlikely places. Make community when and where you can. Shit, you have belongings at what, like 8 people's houses by now? It's not the same as having your own spot, but it's definitely something. You started off on the defensive, but you realize it's true. So really, you figure, you're still defining yourself by your relationships to other people, but that can come from a good place and not just a twisted and forced one. You get wanting to know you're doing something right, unlocking your own mentality devised set of achievements for that sweet dopamine rush. But leaning on a fucked up social system for direction and validation doesn't really help him, and it definitely isn't helping many others. Oh, so on Equius' route, we just like make him stop being troll racist, huh? You don't need that to figure yourself out. His brows furrow, and you can almost hear a couple of the 4,672 rigid barriers in his brain creaking open. It's not just other people you think. You find strength. Strength! Is that right? In your own self too. You've met a lot of people and learned a lot of ways to be, but you're still working on what that means for you. No, it is not right, but I appreciate the attempt. Watch that be some type of code. Hold on. I'm gonna check something, because there's one thing that could be. Phone, you will cooperate me. Cooperate me? Cooperate with me. Okay, that's probably not it. Yeah. So if you go to page 4672 of Homestuck, it's I think this is it's Act 6 Intermission 2. It's when Hussey was taking care of Robo Spade Slick, and it's him ladling up some of the like licorice dog soup, and the text says, "Also, can you bring some gauze? He stabbed me again." So I doubt that was the joke. This type of understanding does not come easy to me, but I believe I am following. In my case, I have striven to locate and retool the edge of my own ability. Physical prowess is a relatively typical indigo trait, but I am abnormally strong. I have worked to hone it in an attempt to make sense of myself and why I'm like this. Bruh. Reigning in an aberrant trait and defining myself by it. Are you talking about his destroyed robots? He gestures to the god-awful robot mess, then flexes his hand. The blood has coagulated since you two started talking. He stares at it. This way of thinking may not have always been a good thing, however. Certain habits are difficult to break. Though there are loopholes in every rule, I often lose track of which regulations I actually enjoy following and which I just do not know how to disregard. At least with this hobby, all the stakes are under my control with no chance of others getting hurt. But also, I guess, you know what, yeah. Unless they haphazardly zap in between your fight looking for friendship, that is. Don't you ooh at me. These are very good sprites. These are very good sprites, guys. This is this is literally exactly my mental Equius. His smile is as broken and rigid as it was the first time, but it feels different, backed by the rubbed warmth of his laugh. Yes, do not do that again. Next time you will zap to the front door and Author will let you in. Next time, you think, and you smile back. Excellent victory. Equius did nothing wrong. We can all agree with that. Hold on. Hold on. Equius did one thing wrong. It was Robotoradia. We did all the routes, right? I am 100% ignoring what you said about McCree. I think I did all this, right? Yeah. So we're done with Equius. Guys, it's Terezi time. Y'all are so lucky that like I'm using a green screen so I can't wear it, but like I wanted to be wearing my Mind hoodie. Terezi time. Oh wait. Yeah, you helped Equius flex the most important muscle of all. His friendship muscle? Okay. Terezi time. A fair trial. Like I said, I called it before and I'm going to call it again. This is going to start with Terezi trying us in her whole courtroom set up with her scale mates for breaking into her house. It's a cool, breezy evening. Violet leaves crunch under your feet as you stroll casually through a dense and inviting forest. Not an environment you're used to on this planet, that's for sure. You should be lapping up the serenity like a thirsty dog at a zen fountain. Accidental death is a tag on this route. Instead, you're brooding. So many new friends, all of them a special breed of sad. What a sentence about the Homestuck characters. And it's so true. All of them a special breed of sad. You don't like seeing sad people, so you've done everything in your power to fix them. Slumber party, matchmaking, throwing a giant spider into a volcano. The smiles your new friends greet you with are all the proof you need that you're doing good work. I was supposed to, hold on. I need to go grab another can of Pepsi, because this ain't it, Chief. I forgot. I'll be right back. Pepsi ASMR time. And yet, you can't help but wonder how much of a difference any of this really makes. Especially on Alternia, you've gathered that even if one of these kids avoids being murdered by an insectoid eugenics robot, they'll just wind up conscripted into a lifetime of military service under a colonial empire. Thinks about all the friends and trolls. God, I hope somehow friends and trolls. I did. Which makes it also. Hey, Hive Swap Act 2 soon, I guess. So, which makes it really hard to believe that including a few bouts of revelatory catharsis will ultimately amount to much. It's a depressing thought, and you're not entirely sure what to do with it, which is why you came out here. Nothing better for the soul than a nature hike, right? Maybe after a nice long walk, you'll come out right as, hey, is that a treehouse? But also, yeah, hey, Mercy. The way this planet works, the trolls have this giant galactic empire. They've basically taken over. I can't even, like, so much space because they have faster than light travel because of psychic powers, basically. All the ships are powered by a specific troll blood type, which can telekinetically move things. But anyway, it literally, like, the whole planet is just kids. Because once you become an adult, you are just part of their galactic army. If you've made it that far, because you've probably died on the planet. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, literally that's a thing. In the caverns, that part with like baby Equius and he was like jumping from a stalactite and that seemed really dangerous, that's because they have to do these things and we don't even really know much about them. But like as babies, they have to go through the trials to make it out of the caverns, and lots of them just don't. Oh. Terezi time! Terezi time! Exactly. Accurate. God, I cannot. I'm so sad. I get it. That's so many characters, but I'm so sad that the ancestors are not in this game. Only because, like, okay, honestly, fuck like half of them at least. But I want to meet Damara very badly. I want to meet Mina so... Mina! Like, literally having to meet Cronus would be worth it. For Mina, is what I'm saying. Okay, also, I'm sorry for the way I'm about to pronounce this name, but I love pronouncing it this way. Latula? I love her so much! Oh my god. Porum? But yeah, honestly, let me show you my girl, the condescension, actually. I know I didn't open Chrome before. This might suck, but it might be okay. Doesn't look like, yeah, it's not having any problems. So real quick, let me get a picture of the Condis so I can show Mercy, because you're gonna love this bitch. We all do. I love her so much. Show me the Condis. Oh no! Oh no, the first thing that came up was the condescension song. And now that's in my head. Oh, this is the condescension song as well. I was like, oh, this is a good canon picture of the Condis to use. Why is it so tiny? Oh, it's the album art for the condescension, the condescension song. Got it. But it's like one of the only canon, like most of this is fan art and I want to use a canon picture. And also like, it's like, it's from, it's like, it's that one picture of her sitting on the throne. It's a good picture of her. But it's so tiny because it's album artwork. The actual picture isn't here. Maybe I can search Google for image. No other sizes of this image found. You're lying because this image is from the comic. This is a good picture of her though from the comic. Oh, somebody, that's a good picture. Somebody edited Shigo into the Condis and they're so right. They're so correct. They're so valid. Oh, here's a great, okay, honestly, wait, real quick, Mercy, if you're still here. I just found this, all the pictures that are coming up are so tiny and I don't get it. I just want one good picture. Is that too much to ask? I'll just show you the Condis later, Mercy. Wait, hold on. I did it. I think I did it. What? I hate this. That's not okay. Understood. I'll just show you the Condis later because Google is making this too difficult. Oh wait, it's Terezi time. I'm so excited. Ouch. Ouch is right, criminal. Great, more shenanigans. Also, I know this is a new Terezi theme because this is the one James Roach named a QR code. So I know it's time to fucking jam. I'm gonna let the music play real quick so that I don't like get distracted when the beat kicks in. So we're just gonna listen to this for a second. Or maybe, I see, maybe the rest of the music won't kick in until we progress. How dare you do this to me? Yeah. You won't lie and say that the prospect of making friends... the prospect of making friends with a spooky shark in glaringly red shades isn't appealing, but criminal doesn't leave a great taste in your mouth. When you try to move, well, you don't. Because you're tied to a chair. I really love this because we were definitely, I thought it was going to be like, oh, you zapped to her house and then she accuses you of breaking in. We were definitely just walking through the forest minding our business. LMAO. Strike 2 on the bad taste scorecard. Probably shouldn't stick around for strike 3. In a moment of uncharacteristic self-preservation, you close your eyes and attempt to zap away. But you can't? Your head hurts and your vision is still kind of hazy, which might imply brain damage on account of your surprise wanging. With your luck, that probably means your superpowers are permanently broken. Typical. Looking up at your captor again, you can't help thinking the specs are a bit extra. What kind of loser wears big angular sunglasses like that anyway? You'd certainly be one to judge if you had the legal authority to do so. A fashionable dress like that with blood as deliciously red as yours? The hypocrisy on you stinks like a fragrant pus. Gross. Jeez, what's up with these aliens and their hang-ups about blood? Hang-ups. Gallows humor is an admirable quality. But such crowd-pleasing theatrics will not spare you from the full weight of the law. As I knew it would be. Terezi is here. Very good. Oh, she's so very good. A bizarre tableau unfolds before you. Stuffed dragons and benches. How dare you use that motif? I was like, it's okay, I can keep reading. I won't get too distracted by the music. And it decides to be like, oh no, you remember every dramatic moment in Homestuck? You remember Suburban Jungle? Alright, I'm going to try to read again. Let's see if I can stop being distracted by the bop. Stuffed dragons and benches, big angry monster, empty noose dangling next to a window. Looks like you just wandered into a courtroom drama. Much to your relief, your kidnapper isn't a shark, and you have to admit the glasses do come together in the ensemble. But it is instead a drinking things was supposed to help me speak better. What happened? But it is instead a short, stocky troll in a short-sleeved turtleneck and a pair of garish red Crocs. Oh, also, I have to show off my friend's very good emote now. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. God, Terezi good. The fashion on this one is staggering, especially with the... Is that a sword cane with a dragon's head? Terezi is so very good. It is because I'm blind and cool. You are correct. Correct. You are very... You are... So I wanted to say very cool, but... Shut up. I wanted to say very cool, but I was about to, because of the phrasing of this, it was going to make me say you are very blind and cool. I'm gonna die every time this song and this part of the song happens, by the way, so. Oh! I just realized what the do part is making me think of. I couldn't. Undo twat cut. I'm having a time with this music. Don't mind me. I'm gonna try and focus on Terezi. But make no mistake, I don't need eyes to smell how guilty you taste. God, Terezi is very good. I mean, they're probably the most deserving, I think. Wow, is every sentence that tumbles out of this troll's mouth going to be weird and uncomfortable? Absolutely. God, I love Terezi. Yes! But enough from you, Cherry Cheeks. She's so very good. Look at this sprite. His honorable tyranny will only tolerate so much banter before holding you in contempt. You might be developing some contempt yourself, if you're being honest. Well, unless you want to be squeezed until your organs burst from your eyes, you can backtalk. Wait, you'll can the backtalk and let the prosecution get to work. Is that what being held in contempt means? This is a very good sprite. This is a very good sprite. Fine. You know I just had to check to make sure this wasn't 8 eyes. Fine. You guessed you'll be polite and stop interrupting. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Right. Now that we have the preamble out of the way. There's a ding from her computer, and her posture immediately switches from confident to frustrated. Ugh, hold on. She strides over. My brain is shouting Vriska. It better be Vriska. She strides over to her husktop, tapping the gleaming edge of her cane in front of her as she goes. You wonder what kind of miraculous accessibility contraptions exist on this planet that a blind person can just use. Is she licking the monitor? Yes. She's licking her filthy fucking computer monitor, just slathering it up with her teal-tinted saliva, going at it like a husband greeting his war wife after 20 years at sea. Why? Sorry, give me a second. No problem, you say. Not like you're going anywhere. Big mood. The biggest mood. The biggest mood. Okay, she's distracted. Now would be a great time to go somewhere. Your powers still seem to be on the fritz, but you think the weight of your incredible ass might shatter this chair if you can get some leverage. I don't like that we're talking about MSPA Reader's ass again when this route has the tag accidental murder or death. Was it death? Something like that. I'm gonna get some leverage and we're gonna kill Terezi with our ass. Let's go. You lean forward onto your feet, take a deep breath, and then hop backwards as hard as you can. It worked! You scramble up out of the broken chair as your captor turns toward you. What the fuck? You try to run, but the rope is still around your legs. But the rope still around your legs has other plans as you trip. Try to catch your weight, fail, and then just sort of let the momentum of your vaudevillain tumble carry you across the room. You slam into your captor and send both of you flying out the window. Oh, this is way higher up than you thought. You grab onto her and pray for dear life. Hey, you're not falling. That's a relief. You congratulate your agile friend on her quick reflexes in grabbing a hold of... This is gonna be bad. Oh. Oh no. You've heard of a hung jury, but this is ridiculous. The prosecution rests in peace. Technically, it wasn't our ass that did it. Alright, let's wait it out. You decide it's best to wait this out. The sword and noose are a bit worrying. Fair. But with the plush toys and chalk drawings, it strikes you that this is probably the closest thing Alternia has to a tea party, which would be adorable if that weren't so depressing. Playing along seems like a prime friend-making activity. Besides, whoever got hurt in a court of law? After a few brisk keystrokes, she strolls back to her place at the center of the room. Not a word in half a sweep, and now she won't shut up. You ask who she was talking to. Just some dumb angry girl who needs to leave me alone until the heat death of the universe. Who even cares anyway? But the smile. Who told him he was allowed to do this with the music? Not me, that's who. Where were we? Crimes? Crimes! You're here today to face the highest justice under my authority as Premier League affiliated legislator in training of His Honorable Tyranny's court. And it is with said authority that I accuse you of the most grievous of crimes against the Empire, the Empire of Her Imperious Condescension. Uh-oh. What crime would that possibly be? Breaking and entering? Doping with a clown? You guess she could technically nail you down as an accomplice to murder, but the crime of existing! What? You're waiting for the other shoe to drop, but the damn thing just seems to be stuck up there. What did she say about being in training? You're beginning to wonder if this, what did she call it? Solicitor? Prosecutioner? Public dexterpedist? You're beginning to wonder if this murder lawyer actually knows what the hell she's talking about. You think I'm making this up? Do I really look like the kind of girl who would randomly commit unprompted and unjustified murder on a whim? Look, you've met some weird fucking trolls on this planet, and they all seem to have a pretty laissez-faire attitude about murder, so... No, you know what? Fine. If you're gonna be a pedantic, snot-nubbed little wiggler about it, I'll just recite the whole fucking law verbatim. Article 5, subsection 11, paragraph 68 of the second new codes of Alternian Jurisprudence describes your crime as that you're going to make me read. Law jargon. But not just law jargon. Law jargon written in Terezi's quirk. Being, having been, or possessing the capability to be in need of material resource consumption for the purposes of curate. Take me to clerk. Curtailing biological expiry existing in, of, around, or through imperial territory as one of the unclassifiable sanguination mutant of the extrasolar organization alien, or one who plans to commit, has committed, or may possess the capacity to commit high crimes and fish demeanors. Of course, Condi put fish puns into the law. Against her imperial condescension, criminal. There, happy now? Dang, this girl really knows her stuff. Of course I do. I'm not some fly-by-lunar psycho troll slaughter consultant. I'm a fucking professional. Clearly. How could you question her expertise on the subject of what is and is not technically a crime when there are so many books piled up haphazardly? You definitely are existing as an alien after all, and you guess that does by definition make you a criminal. And from the look of that news, you doubt the punishment is something as quaint as being thrown in the slammer. So is there an appeals process or... I love Terezi so much! Anybody else play Namco High? Because that part in Namco High where Terezi's sprite does exactly what Terezi's sprite just did here, only... it was so much more dramatic because her sprite was like all the way like here, almost a full body, and then it literally zoomed in just as quick to the point where her entire face took up like the entire screen. I love Terezi so much. She springs forward with surprising agility and presses her face right up against yours, sniffing you with alarming enthusiasm. Your game of candied apple ignorance may convince the pan-scrambled clown fuckers in the cheap seats, but I smell the deception dripping off you like a delicious marmalade. You'll have to do better than this if you really want to, she sniffs. Want to, she sniffs again. Did Kanaya make this dress? Oh look, an out! Yeah, you say. You and her are great friends. The best, in fact. You think she should message Kanaya right now to clear all of this up? You know, like a character witness? I've witnessed your character plenty and it's as bland as they come. I'm upset about how active you are in the clown group chat, by the way. I look at it sometimes and I'm just like, you really are talking in here, huh? You already know what I'm doing when I'm done streaming for today. Time to watch Homestuck flashes for like 2 hours at least. I wish wish my voice wasn't so gone. I want to put more graveliness into this than I am, but I literally cannot. That's certainly not the worst contemplative noise you've ever heard. I may have misjudged you. If you tell anyone I said that, I'm going to cut off your arms and use them to fingerprint bulges on your face until you bleed to death. You decide that keeping this pointlessly mundane secret is definitely in your best interest. So does that mean you're free to go? Not so fast. May have implies possibility, not certainty. Maybe Ganaya gave you this dress because she likes you, or maybe you pressured her into it circumstantially. Maybe you're a delightfully clueless and well-intentioned interloper from beyond the stars. Or maybe you were sent here as a sleeper agent to learn all our weaknesses so that the elites... Entities, that's just entities, I can read. Entities controlling you can sabotage our future. She's so good, look at her. In cases such as these, I find the best course of action is to leave the verdict up to chance. I distinctly remember... Coin? What coin? The prosecution sees no coin. She's blind, remember? She produces a double-headed coin with one side scratched out, and you immediately know exactly where this is going. The terms are simple. Heads and I release you from your bonds. Tails and I release you from being alive. Is she really about to take you out like a gangster who just betrayed their duality-themed mob boss? Before you can request a less Saturday morning cartoon solution, she flips the coin into the air. Well, this is bad. It's bad, and it kind of makes you angry. This doesn't make sense. You didn't do anything, but here you are with a 50-50 chance of getting murked by a jovial gremlin. Hold on, that whole sentence is very good. Anyway. Does she think this is normal? Your head is cleared up enough that you can zap away if you really tried, but something about this murder lawyer is stuck in your craw. Her devotion to justice is obvious, but it's a twisted and brutal justice, streamlined for violence and painfully efficient in enabling exactly that. If this mock trial is anything to go by, this is the same system that requires insectoid eugenics robots to keep the peace, after all. There's so much wrong here, and she doesn't even see it. Like, metaphorically see it. The coin is falling. Every rotation brings you closer to a fate that, regardless of outcome, wouldn't be fair. You decide to think about what should be fair. Just like that, you're standing next to her. With the scream, you snatch her coin out of the air and hurl it full force through the window. My coin! Sorry, you shout, but she can't expect you to just accept the whims of chance when your life is on the line. Why not? Because that sucks! It's lame and dumb and really cliche. What is she, a comic book villain? Am I supposed to know what that is? You don't know. Troll culture seems to have a lot of really arbitrary similarities to human culture, and that's honestly very confusing. But that's besides the point. You should have mentioned Eastern Alternian literature. With the broad sweep of your arm, you gesture at her drawing of the honorary Tyrannosaurus or whatever and ask what he would think of your little stunt just now. The trial isn't for him. We act like it is, but everyone knows he's just a big, hangry monster. Huh? Then who? It's for the audience, obviously. By the time you make it to the stand, you're basically dead already. Don't the accused get a chance to defend themselves? Defend? Only the outrageously guilty would ever think to defend themselves in a court of law. Wow, that's fucked up. What's the point of even having a trial then? Besides the sheer pleasure of watching all the hope slowly drain from someone's eyes as they confront their imminently, I can read, I swear, imminently approaching an inevitably gruesome execution. Yeah, besides that. It's a warning to the sedacious of what happens when they cross the line. And that line is, existing? Yep. The nonchalance of her answer underlines just how upsetting all of this really is. You remember the law she recited, and one part in particular sticks out to you. Unclassifiable sanguination. I can read. Didn't Karkat try to commiserate with you about having mutant blood or something? You know Karkat too? I know like half your friends by this point, Terezi. I keep waiting for him to fuss about team leaders, but now he won't shut up about this thing he calls a dick. That's a good sentence. The trolls end up not playing S-Grub simply because we made Dave Cat happen too fast. Everyone was so worked up about this game and now they're just over it suddenly. Yeah, that's your fault. Karkat would probably have a nuclear conniption if he knew you were about to say this, but you ask her if she's aware of his blood color. Of course I'm aware of it! What do you think I am, blind? Yes. Karkat's a mutant, right? If you remember correctly, that makes him guilty of the same crime you are. Her expression turns sour, and you can tell this is something she spent a lot of time trying not to think about. You figure she avoided summarily executing you because you're friends with her friends, so she would probably avoid killing Karkat as well. And that's a good thing. Great, in fact. You cannot stress enough how awesome that is. But doesn't that strike her as a bit hypocritical? Making exceptions for her friends? Does she think that everyone else who dies at court or gets culled in their own hives deserves what they get because she doesn't know them personally? It doesn't matter what I think. This is just how things are. It sucks, but it would suck a lot worse to be killed for saying so. And then who would protect Karkat? Who would protect... I can't help everyone, Cherry Cheeks. I can barely help my friends. Maybe if I stick to it long enough, I can change things from the inside. That's the best any of us can hope for. Let me introduce you to Tizgas. You guys do not know how much I want the friends and trolls to interact with the Homestuck trolls. You don't know. Of who? You guess that doesn't sound like the worst plan. In fact, it kind of reminds you of who? You feel a sadness well up in your heart so fast and heavy that it knocks you over into her without meaning to. Zap! Well, is it time to get T-posed at again? Your vision is swimming. Voices echo in your head, but you can't pick any of them out. You look around and something is watching you. Not maliciously, not yet. just observing from a curious distance. Not that you can do anything about it while you're clutching your head and trying to put your memories together. You've been circling around this awful familiar feeling ever since you left Earth, drawn towards it like a singularity, but the closer you get, the less it makes sense. What the fuck just happened? Did you kill me just now? Is this troll hell? Troll hell? Do trolls not have an actual name for... Wait, she's here too? Here seems like an ambitious description. It's more of an ambiguous nexus of metaphysical realities. That's an awfully specific description. Has she been here before? No, but I've tasted places like it in my dreams. Great! Even more shenanigans. You look around and try to get your bearings, but nothing seems to be in focus. It's all too low resolution, simultaneously too bright and too dark to make sense of. You okay over there, Cherry Cheeks? Your blood smells really loud right now. You wouldn't know how to react to that even if you weren't having a memory-induced thought seizure. The pieces are too far apart and you can't quite put it together, but you remember... friends? Bits of memory hit you, sudden flashes of joy, of violence, smiling faces, crying faces, bodies, plans. Hope that the world could be made into a better place. What the fuck are you mumbling about? If you fried your think pan, at least let me in on it so I can participate. You tell her what you can remember, which isn't much. Friends, sadness, dissatisfaction. People who were really deeply unhappy with the state of Alternia and faced violence from all sides, just as your new friends do today. Some of them wanted to change it from the inside, and you remember believing that they could. But you get the sense that a lot of time has passed between now and then, and it doesn't seem like Alternia has gotten much better. In fact, it may have gotten worse. It seems like whatever it is your friends tried to do, they failed. Of course they did. What does she mean by that? Even in the context of your nonsense time-traveling amnesia cover story, this is not hard to believe. Compelling idiots have good ideas all the time. That doesn't change the fact that they're idiots. Which is why I'm going to succeed where everyone else had their entrails ripped out by a swarm of drones and die like the scrubs they were. I am many things, Cherry Cheeks. An idiot isn't one of them. She flashes a bright and pointed smile, filled with the confidence that you believe with every atom of your body. But you're pretty sure she's not the first person to make you feel that way. Idiots or not, the friends you used to have were just as sure as themselves as she is now. And what good did it do? Honestly, you doubt that intelligence or competence has much to do with it at all. You think about the drones you barely avoided at Karkat's Hive, and your brief exposure to what this planet calls a criminal justice system. For as violent and unjust as things could be on Earth, at least there was some pretext that the system existed to serve the people. Here, it's just murder. You aren't sure that that's a system anyone can salvage. Make me think about Earthsea. Her smile melts into a frown, and you really should ask what this troll's name is. Terezi Equius. Terezi doesn't sound particularly happy as she slumps against a debatably extant wall and slides down into a crouch. Her face is a mask of barely contained emotion. I can tell why Karkat would like you. You're very depressing. You're very depressing. You chuckle and sit down a respectable distance away from her. You definitely don't mean to be depressing, but you have a knack for digging up drama. The hazards of forging new friendships, you guess. If Vriska saw us right now, she'd derisively laugh herself into an aneurysm. Terezi knows Vriska? Oh my god, does Terezi know Vriska? That's one way to put it. We were practically sisters before she broke the rules and ruined everything. How do you know her? Oh, you know, you played some flarp, killed some kids, felt guilty about it, then threw Terezi... Why was I gonna say Terezi's? Then threw Vriska's mom into a volcano. Wow, you really have gotten around. What's a mom? I was waiting for her to make this face. I was waiting for her to make this face. What's a mom? You think that was just about the saddest thing you've ever... You think that was just about the saddest thing you ever heard get said? If you didn't already know what a lusus was. How old are you? 6. Goddamn. Terezi was the only one who knew how to troll people. You killed her lusus? So she's... That explains why she's been messaging me. Terezi is laughing, but it doesn't sound like any laughter you've ever heard. I can't fucking believe it. Circuit figures her shit out just in time for me to have my own identity crisis? And I bet she thinks everything's supposed to be fine between us now just because... Want to know a secret, Cherry Cheeks? Might as well add another one to the pile, you say. I have no idea what I'm doing. I never have, and I don't think I ever will. Wow, that's bleak. You guess you're sorry? It's not your fault. You haven't told me anything I didn't already know. Her lips are trembling and she reaches behind her and pulls out a box of chalk and then removes a red piece. You think that it's weird time for an artistic expression, but oh, she's eating it. Terezi offers you a piece. You don't want to be rude, but you also really don't want to eat chalk. She shrugs and crunches it on it like unshelled lobster. You guess you have to take that in stride. The more important thing is that Terezi is inconsolably sad, which sucks because you're the only person in a position to console her. Why are we still in wherever the hell this is? I have a feeling she's not going to take too kindly to a hug. So we're going to give her a hug. Did I do both of these? Yes. One of these got me, got Terezi murdered. You don't know how to fix this. You don't know how to make Terezi feel better. The best you can think to do is put your arms around her. Despite the fact that you're a complete stranger who basically just kidnapped her, she welcomes the embrace. I hated her for what she did. Alright, yeah, I was like, I didn't know which one of these was going to be the bad one, honestly. Not to me, but to our friends. All but went to war over it. I still say that this was all Doc Scratch's fault, not Vriska's. After our truce, we cut ties. My hope was that she would avoid hurting anyone else, but deep down I knew I would have to kill her eventually, in the name of justice. Oh. She did terrible things, but so did I. We did some of them together. Why wasn't I culpable? Why did I blame her for something we did to each other? You think it's regrettably natural to blame the person in front of you when you get hurt, especially when the real problem is too big and esoteric to stab through the chest with a sword cane. Vriska did what she did because she had to. So did I. We both deserved the revenge we brought on each other, but we were all victims of the big picture. It made us what we are, ensured we would do what we did. Who set up this picture, guys? Who did this? I wonder. Every little injustice started there. And when we fight, whoever painted that picture smiles and laughs. Because they know they've already won. She sits up a little straighter and you feel your spine follow suit almost on its own. Fuck that. Terezi slips out of your arms and stands up, pulling you to your feet with her. Her entire demeanor has changed. She's practically vibrating with determination. Take me to Vriska's hive. I'm assuming that's a thing you can do. Oh, yeah, that's a thing you can do. Your mind is still buzzing, but talking to Terezi has calmed that storm just enough for you to focus. As you take her hand, you spare a look. What is that? You spare a last look around this bizarre, impossible space. You still feel watched, but it's distant now. Maybe even approving? You have so many questions, but those will have to wait. Right now, you've got work to do. Zap! Hi, Vriska! Before you even see where you've landed, Terezi marches up to a very surprised Vriska and backs her against the wall. She stops just a few feet away, looking at the cerulean spider girl with anger on her face. Despite their difference in stature, Vriska is intimidated? You caught her off guard, and Terezi is unflinching. Oh, this face! The room is completely silent. You see Terezi clenching her fist. She looks one wrong move away from unleashing hell. This isn't quite what you had in mind when you brought her here, and you really hope your new friends aren't about to fight each other. Something in the air changes. You aren't entirely sure what's happening, but something is definitely happening, and you figure it's best to just cross your arms and pretend you don't exist. You should have made the face too. You should have made the face with your sprite too, Vriska. Terezi's posture softens. Her hands relax and she breathes a soft sigh. Vriska straightens up, letting her own tension dissipate. You guess you're feeling a little less tense yourself? Yeah. When Vriska cracks a hesitant smile, Terezi leans back. She's sniffing the air intensely, which feels like a good sign. Everyone's getting a little looser, a little more casual. Definitely an improvement. And then they both start cackling, slapping their knees like they just heard the most hilarious knock-knock joke in history. You'd sure like to get in on the joke too, but you figure it would probably be rude to ask. Yeah. And then they hug? Yeah. You're not exactly sure what just happened, but you figure hugging is a powerful platonic friend activity even in the worst of times. It's gotten you this far after all. Yeah, that's all this is. Just two gal pals hugging it out. It's so sweet you could cry. When they separate, just gals being pals. When they separate, Terezi meanders over to a window overlooking the pit where Vriska's Lucis used to live. So she is dead. Oh yeah, I'm real broken up about it too. Vriska winks at you. No, you're not. No, I'm not. Terezi turns and leans up against the windowsill. I have a lot to make up for. No, you have a lot to make up for, which is a much better sentence. That's why I've been messaging you. I want to apologize, okay? I don't want your apology, Vriska. I have a lot to make up for too. There's definitely some kind of something going on in this room that you're completely oblivious to. You wonder what went down between these girls that they can't even talk about what they're talking about. What do you mean? There is so much injustice in the world. Every drop of deliciously innocent and painfully extracted blood on this planet is just a paint for the fishy fucks at the top to play with. And the worst part is that we're complicit. I can speak. I swear I can. We revel in it even. I reveled in it. Terezi, are you... They could never make this violence good, so they had to make it fun. And I had so much fun hurting people. Who knows how long I would have gone on like that if it hadn't been for our weird invasive species of friend here. Hi, Star Fox. More Homestuck. Terezi wipes a tear from her cheek and smiles at you, and you feel a huge wave of relief. Friends! With a former murder lawyer in training. You sure know how to pick 'em. For once, Vriska, I want to revel in something good. I want them to feel the razor edge of their own justice. I want their blood to stain the dirt beneath my feet like the pathetic wriggling insects they are. But I can't do it alone. Are they gonna try to murder the Condis? I don't want to do it alone. You watch as Terezi takes in a measured breath. For just a moment, you can imagine... where was I? You can imagine her standing in a room full of determined people, just behind the person everyone else would call leader, smiling a wicked smile. She's not the one who commands the stage, you think. She's the one who controls the spotlight. She's the one who knows what happens next. I'm not sure where we are together anymore, Vriska. That's a what, didn't it? Yeah. I've hated you. I felt a lot of things. What I know is that we're dangerous, and fate seems determined to make us rivals. That almost sounds fun, doesn't it? We could fight for the rest of our lives if we wanted to. Each the scourge of the other until one or both of us winds up dead. They tell stories about us for a long time, but I don't want that to happen anymore. Do you? No. You haven't known Vriska very long, but this is a side of her you've never seen. You doubt many people have. It's actually really awkward. You should probably go, but your prying curiosity and desire for interpersonal closure keep you glued to the spot. We had the right idea in the wrong circumstances. But this time, I think we can really do something together. So let's try this again. Vriska, will you be my scourge sister? Yeah, obviously. Good. Then let's get to fucking work. Are they gonna kill? Are they planning to literally murder the guy? Okay. Man, I wish God, just like, let me introduce y'all to Mina. Like, for real though, imagine the Scourge sisters and Mina teaming up for anything. That's just a good idea, I think. They share a look that you can't quite read, but you get the feeling that this was a resounding success. Scourge sisters unite! Yeah! Yeah! Me! Mood! MSPA reader. Alright, we did. Let's see if it's broken still, because it looks like it was. Yes. We're not allowed to befriend Terezi. Oh, and also, we have a bad end to see. Give her a distraction. You heave out a mournful sigh. Alternia's a meat grinder fine-tuned to pulverize anyone who tries to gum up the works. Maybe there's something to be done, but you don't think either of you are going to be the ones to do it. Yeah, why bother, right? She's probably doing just fine without me anyway. When you look over at her, you see she's doing her very best to hide her tears. That's no good. You may be lost in the cynical ennui of political burnout. I can speak, but that doesn't mean you can't just sit by and watch your new pal descend into abject disarray. What you need is a distraction. What you need is a clown. Don't smile at me. Yeah, I hate this. Hey, here's one. Exactly. Hey, here's something Gamzee did wrong. No, here's something Gamzee did wrong. You grab Terezi's hand and think the happiest, honkiest thoughts you can muster, and just like that, zap! I mean, okay. But he's not... This music's back. But he's not sober, right? But like... So like, presumably it wouldn't... Nothing... But like... You're right there in the living room of your dear friend Gamzee. With the sight... What a sight for sore eyes is this jovial cut-up of a drug-addled juggalo. This is still a very good sprite. What in the fucking motherfuck? Bye. With comical slowness, he dive bombs away from you over his couch and into a pile of horns. A chaotic hot cacophony sends Gamzee into a chorus of screams. You elbow Terezi. Smell that? How could she possibly think about the crushing impossibility of making the world a better place when this fellow's over here acting such a fool? Big mood. That's the mood. Her frown is unwavering as Gamzee clambers back up to his feet. That was a righteous motherfucking miracle. Oh, wait, I have to remember. What did I even make Gamzee sound like? That was a righteous motherfucking miracle what you just gone all up and did in front of me. Got me scared honk-wise right into the horn pile, my brother. It's a real good thing I'm tripping the pie clown-tastic right now, otherwise my pump biscuit might have flipped turn ways hard enough to make me be all violent on a motherfucker. His smile is nothing if not cordially unhinged. Hey, Gams. Terezi? Well, fuck me all situationally up. What it do, my sister? It do too much. Shit, man, that's some bad news to hear. Now that I'm looking all up at your motherfuckers, you seem pretty hellaciously burdened, like the soul what we have. You agree that you do all have souls, probably. That's the answer he was looking for, right? Me? If I have a soul, it's a tar-tasting slime stuck on the bottom of a ground pusher covering. You mean a shoe? This is... Okay. It better not be about what I think you're about to say. Whatever. Well, I don't know what you two... Please call us hoes? Well, I don't know what you two hoes have scribbled down on your planners for tonight. But if it's the world, what has you weary-eyed? Methinks maybe you should be getting to have your think pans all up in some pie pans, my mans. That's not a bad idea. What better distraction from the dystopic nightmare of Alternia than the warm, comforting embrace of hallucinogenic drugs? Terezi seems momentarily unsure, like some sensible part of her is desperately begging her to do literally anything else. Fuck it. She plops down on the couch with determination, sinking into it like a sack of disillusioned potatoes. That is directly the noise what I like to hear. Gamzee slithers down next to her and puts an arm over Terezi's shoulder. She tenses up but doesn't push him away. What about your miracle Themster? What about you, Miracle Themster? Do you want to be getting all in with this? He pats the seat next to him with a delightful grin. You'd think you feel the same tug of reason Terezi felt, but you'll be damned if you pretend to have more sense than a lawyer. Besides, you're having a hard time imagining anywhere you'd rather be than in the arms of a fragrant clown. That was good. This is not good, though. He puts his arm around your shoulders as you sit and try to make yourself comfortable. Now, ain't this just the coziest motherfucking snuggle sesh there ever was? You see Terezi sniff at an open, half-empty Faygo bottle before taking a big swig. Pass me some of that wicked elixir, my sister. Gamzee takes his own demure sip, gargling as he sucks from the bottle. By the time it passes to you, you're pretty sure it's more backwash than Faygo. Which is still more Faygo than none, you guess. It is, without a doubt, the most vile combination of taste and viscosity you have ever put into your body. But hey, at least now you're not thinking about politics. As you toss the empty bottle to the ground, already lost in the stupefied haze, you glance over to your new pal Terezi. She doesn't look happy, but at least she doesn't look sad. Goal accomplished, you guess? No. Bad. Oh, bad. Bad situation. That was in fact the bad end, huh? But yeah, I guess Terezi broken. We don't get to be her friend. Oh, it's 10 o'clock, huh? Yeah, I was considering doing more video games, but I'm not going to do more video games, I don't think. Oh. So we got more trolls in 2 weeks. I want to meet Nepeta, and also I want Equius and Nepeta to meet. Is that too much to ask? But okay. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go watch Homestuck Flashes now. But we're gonna raid. Looks like Star Fox is streaming now, so we're gonna raid Star Fox. I swear I'm gonna stream on Friday. Watch. I swear I'm gonna stream on Friday. Watch. Oh, is he playing Widzomaker? Widzomaker? Okay. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. I swear I'm gonna stream on Friday. I promise. Let's go, though. Let's go raid Star Fox. I have his name typed in correctly, right? Yeah. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bye.